Agility and flair. The Sword and Shield is all about weaving in and out of a monster's attacks with an offense of quick fire strikes that flow into extravagant high damage finishes. Outrageously good fun. It is simple to pick up but devastating in hands of a veteran. So let's start your journey in just over 1 minute. SNS operates in 2 phases. Intricate rapid fire combo strikes and high impact burst damage, and they flow from one another. So go, Hunter Chatacabra, and do this. Attack with Triangle. This performs a sequence of 4 slashing attacks that repeat in an infinite loop. Adapt to your praise movements by using your control stick to shuffle while chopping away. For burst damage, we'll start with a falling bash via a backstep. The easiest method is while you're already doing a move. So do any triangle attack, then quickly hold backwards and circle at the same time, keeping circle held down. Wait for the flash, then release. You automatically leap forwards, then fly into the air if the move lands. While up there, perform a falling bash by simply pressing circle. Transition back to phase 1 with a triangle attack, or perform another backstep if you'd like. Anytime you sense danger, dodge roll with a direction and X, or guard with R2. And yeah, off you go, give it a try. The backstep might seem a bit fiddly at first, just remember to try and do it while you're in the middle of an existing move and you'll nail it eventually. Well hi, I'm Dunks, so good to have you. I hope today that I can give you a showcase of what the SNS is all about. Now, that opener was brisk, so let's slow down and process what we just learned. The combo phase has several different strings that can link together, and the triangle attacks are one of them. Each strike has a unique name, but for clarity, I'll largely call them by their input. So, while Triangle 1 through 4 isn't the official title, I think it's a clear representation of what you as a player need to do. The backstep is the only tricky input in Sword and Shield, so once you've got it down, you're good. It can also be performed from neutral by entering focus mode with L2 and then performing the backwards and circle input. Focus mode allows you to direct the leap as well. Some people like using R2 and the backstep inputs, but I found that this is exceptionally tough to pull off consistently. When I say backwards and circle, I mean relative to your hunter's direction. Regarding the falling bash, while you're soaring through the air, you can adjust your position slightly. Try aiming for the head. The falling bash is one of several moves that use your shield, and the shield based attacks deal stun damage if they connect with the enemy's head. So enough of them will lead to a knockout. Nice. Oh, and when you attack with your shield, you don't consume sharpness. And finally, a quick note on the shield. When guarding attacks, you'll experience some chip damage, a loss of stamina, and you'll receive some knockback. This is a small stun before your next attack. However, a perfect guard can greatly reduce the knockback. Perfect guarding happens when you initiate a guard just as the attack is about to land. Right, that's all for level 1. Now let's go on to explore some of the other combo options in level 2. So, we've covered triangle, now let's discuss circle. With no directional input, circle performs 3 stationary slash attacks. For simplicity, we'll call these circle 1 through 3. These do a bit more damage than the triangle attacks, but the sequence does not loop quite as cleanly, and they don't have the same maneuverability. So when would you use these? Well, one example is for short openings. You don't have time for the full backstep falling bash procedure, but you do have the opportunity to do a bit more damage. Also, you might just prefer the way it feels. Up to you. You can switch freely between the triangle and circle combos. After any triangle strike, press circle to perform circle 1. And the same works the other way round. They flow together beautifully. Just remember not to add a directional input to the circle moves, otherwise you'll do something else. Yeah, what about that? Well, that's our third and final combo. Let's start from neutral. Holding forwards and circle will perform a series of quick shield strikes. These do stun damage when hitting the enemy's head. Since they also use circle, let's call these stun 1 through 3. As you may have guessed, use these strategically to help build towards a KO. But they have a secondary benefit. They don't bounce. So if a monster's tough hide is causing your sword to bounce, try this instead. While performing the triangle combo, you can flow into the stun combo at any time by performing the first direction and circle input. However, Once you are in the stun combo, you cannot directly flow back into the other combos. So for now, just think of it as the end of the combo string. And that said, all these strikes have a very short cooldown, so if you just wait a moment, you can always start afresh with something else. And just like with the triangle attack, you can flow into the backstab at any time in all 3 combos. Now, I realise this could have been a lot, so how about a quick recap? Triangle is the most fluid combo to spam and allows for great manoeuvrability. The circle combo is ideal for momentary openings, where it's okay to be stationary. Then the stun combo is great for bonking the opponent's head, or where sword attacks are being deflected. Also, check your sharpness isn't yellow. Next up, we'll discuss a move that leads into your combos while closing distance. The advancing slash. It's dead easy and can be performed in 2 ways. Firstly, when your weapon is put away, move in the direction you want and press triangle. Secondly, when your weapon is unsheathed, press triangle and circle together. Here's what it looks like in the flowchart. You can also do an advancing slash towards the underside of a ledge to jump into the air. Try pressing triangle or circle in the air to slash at the monster and build towards a mount. Right, we've added a lot to the combo phase, but what about the burst damage phase? Well, when you're in the air after the backstep charge slash maneuver, you have 3 options. 1. We have covered already. Press circle to falling bash. Great for damage and building towards stuns, but does not build towards mounts. 2. Press triangle to do a jumping slash. Less powerful, but does slicing damage and is very effective at building towards mounts. 3. Press triangle and circle together to do the plunging thrust. This does a lot of ticks of damage on the way down. This is effective at opening up wounds. On the subject of plunging thrust, you can do it at any time in the air by pressing triangle and circle, for example when jumping off a ledge. Lastly, for level 2, we have our focus strike, Vital Stab. While in focus mode, you'll sometimes notice red spots appear on the monster. These are wounds. Get in close to one of these wounds and press R1 while in focus mode. Your hunter will latch onto the monster. Then, in what is such an SNS turn of events, you have options. First, press triangle to perform the falling slash, doing good damage and returning you to the ground. Alternatively, press circle to perform the upswing bash. This jumps you into the air just like with the backstep, with the same 3 options as before. A point that's often raised about the sword and shield is that it allows you to use items while the weapon is unsheathed by holding R2 and using the item. Though honestly, I find that I don't take advantage of this all that much, since it takes about 5 split seconds to sheathe your weapon anyway. Right, that's it for level 2. There was probably a lot to take in, and I really hope I haven't confused you so far. Level 3 makes the combo phase even smoother, and introduces an alternative high burst damage move. I hope that you've been enjoying this video so far. If you have, a like would be so encouraging to me as a small content creator, and helps tell the YouTube algorithm that other people are interested in this content. If you do, thank you so much. You're the best. Anyway, level 3. Let's make our combos flow like milk and honey. I'm going to slightly rearrange the flowchart so that the last strike in each combo is in one column, as this impacts the next 2 moves. So far, the combos have had us locked into facing one direction. To turn quickly mid-combo, tap triangle and circle together with a directional input. If it's done before the last hit of the combo, you'll do a round slash. This will reset the combo back to strike 1. This makes our combos rapid and fluid. However, if you tap triangle and circle together after the last hit on each combo, this move will change to the Spinning Reaper. It's similar to the round slash, but does more damage. The slight downside is that it doesn't reset the combo like round slash, so it's more of a quick finisher. In practice, you'll use round slash to keep the combo string going, and then the Spinning Reaper when you want to end. In an ideal world anyway, it's totally up to you. You can play the entirety of Sword and Shield by just moving to safe spots and spamming the circle combo into Spinning Reaper. Equally, feel free just to use the Falling Bash. It's a very expressive weapon. So anyway, round slash and Spinning Reaper is what happens when you tap triangle and circle together. What about when you hold them? From standstill, we have the aforementioned advancing slash, but if we press and hold after any move, we perform the charged chop. This is excellent at creating wounds on the monster, and has the added benefit of looking absolutely savage. Fun fact, it has an upgraded form. Like with the round slash, if performed after the last hit of the combo, you will do far more damage with it. Look for the flames on the sword, and this upgraded version is available out of the Spinning Reaper as well. So if the monster is down and you feel like staying grounded, try this. Full circle combo into Spinning Reaper into the upgraded charged chop. So we turn mid combo with the round slash, but what if we want to dash forwards? This is where sliding swipe comes in. This is performed with R2 and triangle together and can be directed. Then start a new combo. Just like the round slash, it can be done at any point in the combo, just not consecutively. And that's it for the combos. So all in all, 3 simple combo strings, reorientate with a round slash, reposition with a sliding swipe, finish with the Spinning Reaper and or charged chop, or transition at any time to burst damage with a backstep, which transitions us into our final 2 moves. And hey, if you've been enjoying the format of this guide, why not hit subscribe so that you know when more drop? It would be lovely to have you in the community. Begin a backstep, but instead of letting go to initiate a jump, press triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, the beloved Perfect Rush. Perfect Rush is a bit like a quick time minigame. Let's show this in slow motion first. You'll automatically do a few strikes and then pause for a moment and glow. As soon as you see this glow, hit triangle. A similar event will occur, hit triangle again, and then a third time. At the end of which you will fly up into the air and you'll have the usual mid-air attack options. Pressing triangle at just the right time makes your next few hits do more damage, and over time you'll naturally get a feel for the timing. But don't worry if you miss the timing, the combo will still continue. This does a lot of damage, including a mixture of cutting and stun attacks, so don't be surprised if it leads into a knockout every now and then. So, in a Perfect Rush, there are 3 moments that require you to press triangle to continue it. At the third one, you can choose instead to do a Spinning Reaper or a charged chop. So here's a great option when the opponent is down, a little advanced but worth trying. Start a Perfect Rush and do the first 2 inputs, then Spinning Reaper, into a backstep and a Perfect Rush again, then finish into an aerial. You can just about get this in when the monster is down. Is this optimal? I don't know, but it is fun. And it's worth noting that you can evade throughout the Perfect Rush, so it's not even that big of a commitment either. And hey, since you're still here at the end, here's one last mechanic that's extremely fun, if somewhat situational. A pseudo double jump. Remember our 3 aerial options? Well, there's actually an unlisted 4th option. If you find yourself close to a wound, use a focus strike in mid-air. Perfect for popping wounds in hard to reach places like Doshaguma's back. Or, since you have the option, you can choose to use it as a launching pad for another jump. Amazing! Sadly, I don't think you can chain these together, but it is rather good fun. And in the end, that's all that matters. If you've ever been curious about the lance, why not check out my lance guide? Leave a comment if this video was helpful, it's always really encouraging to know. Take care, and I'll catch you on the other side.